So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start this game. Escapes the pocket. Hits his running back. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 38. Completed to his running back. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he gets him around 6 there. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Throwing off the play fake here. Catch is made in close. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. On is Cade York for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Trap 60. Ready.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Finds his fullback. And he's out of bounds, up at midfield. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
79 Broncos. Set. Warriors 70. Riggs. 19 Lions. Ready.
Looking to the air here. Finds his man over the middle. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
19 tight. Street.
He's going to throw this one. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And this one's out of the side of the end zone, was trying to get that precise aim, but he was off the mark. It's going to be a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Gets it to him on the screen. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Another carry for him. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's pulled in by the rookie out of Oklahoma. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Nice work by the back here, playing safety valve complete. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Steadily keeping him involved in their passing game, Brock. But that throw now didn't work out the way his earlier targets had.
It kind of felt like you could see that from the booth. This defense was sick and tired of this running back catching the ball.
Yeah.
A whole lot more.
A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. And the Browns will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Check go.
Now looking to throw. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this.
Got it. Ready?
We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. They have it on 2nd and short. Right up the gut. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Ready? Ready?
On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Quick throw to the left is complete. Still going inside the 35. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Putting a receiver in motion. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Hauled in by Worthy. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Throwing on third and long. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
They go to punt on fourth down, and out heads Tommy Townsend. And this punt is out of bounds with no chance at a return. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 30. Drive starts out with a first and 10.
19, Tiger, 19.
Here's the handoff. And they're going to drag him down after a decent gain. He gets up to the 36. Minute 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one,
has a hole left, room to run. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns break that tie and now lead by 7. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Pass play now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it'll be 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd and 10 now. He's on the move. And this one's up there, but a little too far up there. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered feed on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
3rd and long for him here. Escapes out to the left. Connects on the crosser. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. Working quickly here. Back to the well again. And he's brought down for a loss. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. With a negative play, well, now it becomes a critical 3rd down.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Offense up to the line fast. They go play action on 1st. Hauled in left side. And they get this down to the 28. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down Bengals.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Let's go now.
Play action on 1st down. On the move, headed right. Brought in right side. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. So backed up a bit following the penalty. It's 1st and 20. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Chased out to his right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Pride connecting with Xavier Worthy there. So now it's 2nd and long. He'll throw it yet again. Buys time, rolling right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here's a throw. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Big gain downfield. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
18, Pioneer. Let's go. Trap 60, trap 60. Hut, hut.
Throwing now off play action. He'll check this one down, complete to the fullback. And he's out of bounds, up at his own 45. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that gives the Browns a first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
79 Broncos. Set up.
They'll throw it. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's out of bounds, looks like right at the midfield stripe.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here we go.
The give here on 2nd. And his short run's going to get them into enemy territory to the 49. They managed a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here we go. Set.
They'll run it here on 3rd down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Lengthy 4th down try here. They need 6.
Go. 19 Lions. Go street.
From midfield now. Has him on the quick hitter. He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns get some late points and the lead. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now from the gun. Forced out to his right. He's on the move.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds, or he could get the 1st down.
From the 40 on 2nd down. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Give him 32 on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. Throwing from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Throwing on 2nd and 10. Hits his running back.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Let's go now.
look to throw. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. They'll try and throw it here. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's out of bounds after a nice pickup to the 10. They hit for 16 yards on fourth down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Working inside the red zone. On the move, headed right. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals earn the chance to tie it before halftime. York now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals tie this game at 21. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
18 rapper, track 60.
Throwing off the play fake here. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35.
10. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Throwing from the gun here. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They are throwing it again. He's got it near the 10. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Oh, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Finding Judy. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 28 out of that play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. One play in, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Hand off to the back. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Has another lane. And he's finally brought down at the 9. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a first and goal.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
First down from the red zone. From the pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, go!
They'll try and punch it in. And he pushes it further into the red zone, down inside the 15. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 3rd and long for him here. Chased out to his right. He's running for it. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs. I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. They send a man in motion. Here's 2nd and 7. Flush down out to his left. He's going to keep it this time.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. It's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
This time it's a passing play. Buys time, rolling right. He takes it himself. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Trying to find his tight end. So it'll be 3rd down. Looking for a throw here. He has the first over the middle. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Hauled in by Worthy. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Forced out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Still sticking with the passing game. Cut near the goal line. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve. Some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
From the gun on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards. Now on for the field goal. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. Groupie sends it through. And that will tie things up in the 3rd.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
70 rate, 70 rate. Ready?
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Taking a deep shot here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it sets up 2nd down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And this one does not go far.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is that completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, a running back in the flat.
That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's been a high-scoring game so far, but we're still tied 24-all to begin the final frame. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Let's go now.
They're going play action. Taken in by Harris. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He's going deep. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Throw left side, complete. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Track 60.
Play action on first down. Finds his fullback. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Let's go.
From the 39. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives the Browns a first. Give now to the running back. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and back.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Browns take a fourth-quarter lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
PAT effort coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns break that tie and now lead by 7. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
Cut out left. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Blown back gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all. To throw here on first down. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals now trail by just a point in the 4th. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a first and 10. They go play action here. Looking to his fullback now. And he reaches the 35 before going out. He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up.
Ready, throw!
They go play action on first. Taking a shot deep down the field it goes. That's grabbed inside the 30. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense.
Gets it to his fullback. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Browns going for the win here. Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for second and goal. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. So they'll be left with third and goal.
Well, that throw just got away from the quarterback a little bit. I'll tell you this. I do love the escapability. I mean, it is such a key in today's game of football, really at any level. Some tough circumstances, though, to try and complete that one down the field.
Throwing now. He's got it. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Let's go.
To throw. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Setting up to pass. He puts some air under it. Deep down the middle it goes. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. So second down coming up. Back to throw. He's looking deep once again. He's got it deep downfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Here he is to throw. Escapes the pocket. Put the body on the line for his team. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. He'll look to throw it. the catch. It's a touchdown. They've got the lead in the final minute. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard-fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, did they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
The Bengals will line up for the two-point conversion.
60 Maverick. Go.
He's throwing for it. And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the fourth. They get the 2 out of it, partner. Nicely done, but into double coverage. Felt like they kind of got away with one there.
That is a quarterback's best friend. I can't tell you how many times your players, your teammates, your offensive skill guys around you come back to huddle. Just say, give me a chance. Please, just give me a chance. Throw it up. I'll make you look good. And he did right there.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
19 tight. 19 tight. 70 range. Tight.
They'll come out throwing. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game.
It's 2nd and 21 at the 19.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down.
Come on. Panther 11. Buffalo 18. Cup 19. 18. Rattler 18.
Another try following the sack. That one's cut along the left sideline. And those are the type of gains they need right there. Still no first down, but he does stop the clock. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
Let's go now. Dragon 60. Mustang 19. 7 Pirate. 60 Bobcat. 18 Pioneer.
Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that fourth quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense. And when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
19 Tiger. Ready.
Plowing up the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second. Still one more in their pocket to use. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Back-to-back carries here. Crosses midfield, still going. And he's finally marked down at the 46-yard line. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Works his way to the 35. And he takes this all the way down to the 24-yard line. So the Bengals take this one on the road. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Bengals emerge as winners, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.